day after the Oscars, Brendan.
The day after the Oscars.
Did you tune in?
I did not tune in.
You didn't tune in?
No, I tuned into the group text of my roommates. My one roommate works on the Oscars, and the other roommates were just bullying him about the various creative decisions.
It's so bad. So bad. They had it at Union Station. They had it at the fucking subway station in downtown LA.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's very weird. I think.
Well, was the subway not running?
Yeah, no. What there? And there was some. Some it was funny. There was some viral video on Twitter that went around of them forcing a homeless man in a wheelchair to go around 10 blocks because they were having the Oscars there. So stupid.
Yeah, so stupid. And even if everybody's vaccinated, which I don't believe, there, it's a very stupid thing to do.
Just don't. I mean, the Oscars are stupid. Just stop having them. Stop having them.
We got to stop releasing movies.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, we haven't had a good movie in, I would say, 20 years. I mean it. I genuinely mean it. I don't think that they make good movies. They make 5 kinds of movies. No, less than that. They make 3 kinds of movies, and none of them are good.
Mm-hmm.
But, glad to see that Chloe Zhao, a literal Chinese millionaire, took home Oscar gold, I think, 2 or 3 times. So, Did you see Nomadland?
No, is it good?
No, it's terrible.
I saw honestly, it was weird because now that it's Best Picture, I was thinking all day, I was like, is that good? Should I watch it? Because I've heard no one speak about it. I've seen no articles about it. I just saw the little the flash screen on Hulu of Frances McDormand just looking real unhinged in a truck, and I'm just yeah, I'm gonna pass on that because honestly, Frances McDormand is a great actor, but when she won a couple of years ago, she gave, I think the last time I watched the Oscars, she gave this very odd speech, inserting immediately not even talking about the movie, just going to this agenda about women and stuff, and it just cuts to Joel Cohen in the background, just motionless, this bitch again. I gotta go home with this shit.
Yeah, this bitch again, my wife.
Yeah,
the lady that I brought here.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she's a great lady, but it seems it's odd for someone that high-powered in show business to have that sort of wife.
He's why she's famous. He was the first one to put her in movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He put her in Blood Simple, which is their first one. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if you're a young hotshot director, you can basically do all kinds of Me Too stuff to whatever young actresses you want, and the one you choose to Harvey is Frances McDormand.
I don't know if he Harveyed her. I think they were in love before they were famous.
I know, I'm goofing around.
Oh, okay, yeah. You think that he was an unknown Joel Cohen was casting couching an unknown Frances McDormand?
That's my English.
He's look, if you wanna get into this movie, you need to have a traditional marriage with me. I'm going to make you date me for 5 years, and then we're going to have a nice ceremony, and then maybe I'll put you in a picture. Okay. A classic Harvey situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it looked...
I don't know. The vibe I get... never mind. This is
No, go on. What are you going to say? Please, speak freely. We're here.
The vibe I get off of it is, so in high school, I had 2 very close friends who one was clearly a lesbian, and the other one was just a great guy. So he's yeah, that's my girlfriend. We don't kiss very much. I think that's her choice.
So you think that Frances McDormand, you think that Joel Cohen...
I don't literally think that. I don't think that, but I'm saying the vibes are identical.
So you think that Frances McDormand has been growing a 40-year-old beard named Joel Cohen?
I don't think that, but I'm saying that it looks to be that way.
Okay. I mean, that's the take that I'm here for. That's the take that I'm absolutely here for.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked to find out that when I found out that they were married and also, he was the reason she was in movies, I was oh, I didn't realize that. I just assumed that they both, I don't know why. I thought she was just in his movies. But they have a nice private marriage. Honestly, if you have to ask me who I thought Joel Cohen was married to, I would say Ethan Cohen.
Those vibes also check out.
Absolutely.
I think that's what's going on. He's like, well, I guess I'll marry this lesbian lady so nobody knows that I fuck my brother.
And you know what? When you're both that much of a pair of geniuses, I think you get to. They're like, yeah, I do what you just keep making these movies. You can do whatever you want behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm. Any brothers combo of directors has something wild sexually going on,
and we let them do whatever they want. Lana and the other one, go on, wear whatever you want. Yeah, purple dreads. Go ahead. It's your world.
I do notice that does happen sometimes. People trans their way into just being racist.
Well, that was. Now that you mention it, you're absolutely right.
Like, remember that lady at the Comedy Store who would come in a different, like, trans costume every week, and it would be, like, cheerleader or, like...
You're talking about the famous one? That one of our good friends may or may not have been involved with?
Yeah. The one week she showed up and her outfit was just Mexican.
Damn.
Just like, Well,
it
turns out the secret to doing blackface is you have to have two layers. One, you have to trans out, and then you can do whatever you want.
That was Dolezal's mistake.
Yeah?
She should have been mask presenting. I mean, it does feel weird if somebody transitions and, you give them an inch, right? And everybody accepts them, and they're like, but maybe also this. And we're all like, no. Take the pancake off your face. Take the makeup off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, keep some of the makeup on, but the darker makeup, please take off.
That's what I'm going to do if I ever go trans, is I'm going to be like, all right, guys, I'm a true self. Are you ready? Everyone's gathered in the living room. They're like, we're ready. We support you. And then I come out just full geisha.
Yeah. And they're like, Brendan, you have to stop some of that.
Brendan, tone it down a little.
Brendan, please stay still while we selectively undress you until it's socially and culturally acceptable. It's like, look,
you can keep the kimono in certain company.
Right, that's right. You're like, guys, I don't understand. I just made my face even whiter than it was before. No loopholes. Yeah. All right.
We see what you're doing.
Yeah, technically going full geisha should be. It's like, look, what? I'm leaning into whiteness. It's like, Brandon, come on, come on, dude. Yeah, how come geishas are allowed to go full white face?
You know what? We gotta put our foot down.
We should get a geisha on the...
Probably the answer is because they all lived in the 1800s.
That's true. My God. Well,
yeah, I don't think that, like, contemporary Asian businessmen are hiring geishas.
Oh, I think geishas are still... I think they are? I think it's more of like a... maybe it's more of like a theatrical thing. I feel like I've seen it still, like contemporarily. I might be wrong, but I could have sworn. I feel like if you search modern day geisha, you'll get something. Everybody do that. Search modern day geisha.
There's a lot to uncover here, for sure.
There's so much to uncover. Yeah, they should have just let geishas host the Oscars. They should have anything other than what they did would have been better. I didn't watch it. I kept up with some of the... I thought Sound of Metal got robbed. That movie was great. Every other movie they fucking won... Oh, and another... Did you see Another Round?
No.
The Mads Mikkelsen movie about being an alcoholic. And I think, like, the message of that movie seems to be being an alcoholic rocks. That movie...
It kind of... Here's the thing, Nick. It does until it doesn't.
Right. Well, and the movie seems to cut... The end of the movie seems to cut right at the until it doesn't point. But... If your life also cuts there, then I guess technically you had a good life.
See, that was my folly.
Yeah, you didn't cut to credits soon enough.
I should have died much sooner.
You made the mistake of being Brendan the director's cut. This should have ended a long time ago.
But it's usually sequels happen because people liked the original thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm more like Titanfall 2. where people are like, well, don't even play the first
Yeah.
one. It doesn't even run on your PC.
Yeah, they got it right this time around.
Yeah.
I thought that you were gonna say sequels happen because people like the first one, but like nobody even likes the trilogy that is Brendan Craig. But it's just,
They just keep making them.
it's funded by some studio exec's nephew. It's just a passion project. Yeah, they
Or no, it's more like I'm more like Army of the Dead, where they're like, all right, we made a movie, an anime, a series, another movie, and we'll see.
we have no idea if it's good yet. That rocks.
In fact, all indications seem to be that it is
that it could be very dicey whether or not it is.
But we did not stop rolling for 10 years.
Oh yeah, holy shit, dude. Yeah, that is going to be hysterical if people don't want that at all, and then
Yeah,
they just have to. Because I think you're right. I think they've got an anime and a prequel movie, which is weird. Because like, what's the prequel to that going to be? Just a regular heist movie? Maybe I'd watch that. But if the whole thing,
Just a regular zombie movie?
no, I don't think it would be, because the zombies like happen like in the middle of the movie. It's like a heist movie, then there's zombies. So like a prequel to that would have to be no zombies, right?
Well, I thought from the trailer it looked like they were like unaware that there were like it looks like they were like, we have a job for you, and they're like, all right, yeah, we'll go to Las Vegas, and then they get there and they're like, whoa, there's zombies.
There's zombies?
Yeah, like I mean, it looks like there have been zombies for quite a while. For the fact that they're gonna like nuke
Vegas,
Las Vegas, yeah.
Well, we'll have to see. Whatever. You know what? I've already given it 4 stars. I got to support my boy. I hope it's 5 hours long.
I don't understand, like, when these movies like that where they're like, all right, so I'll just shoot 5 hours. It's like, has no one looked at the script? Like,
What do you mean? Like
when you shoot a movie like that, like, you know that they're not going to release it in theaters 5 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So why doesn't he cut it down in the script part so that the movie makes sense when they eventually cut it to like 2.5 hours?
I mean, I think that you do. I think that maybe you just want to have footage to work with there. And some directors do think they'll release a 6-hour movie. Like apparently Terrence May like always has to be like coaxed in the editing room because like he submits the first cut of his movie and it's 7 hours long and he's like, "What? What's wrong with it? How dare you try to cut this movie?"
Yeah.
Like,
And I get that, and Terrence Malick, it's like, well, yeah, that's the kind of movie you're making. But like when you're making only blockbusters, you're like, yeah, it's going to be 4 hours long. What are you talking about?
I mean, I love a 4-hour. That's how blockbusters used to be. I mean, if you look at like It's a Mad World, like that movie, I want to say was 4 hours long. This is the '60s though. That movie was 4 hours long, and they just fucking played it. They just that was just how they played. The pressure to not release a 4-hour movie is not so much audience attention span, which is partially part of it. It's theaters not being able to get enough showings to recoup the cost for them or the studio. That's where the pressure to not have 4-hour movie comes from. You know, but I love a fucking 4-hour movie. I'll do stimulants.
I like watching it at home.
Oh, I like the theater.
Yeah.
I love being in the. I love coming out of the theater like I'm a different person. Just not.
I guess I've never.
Anybody.
I mean, I've seen a 3-hour movie in a theater.
You've
but
never seen a longer than 3-hour movie in theater.
No.
It's a good time. It's definitely
Yeah.
a good time.
I find it odd that like the studio isn't noticing the fact that you're shooting a 6-hour movie.
Well, they definitely notice, and
Yeah.
they definitely don't like it. But I mean, well, here's the thing: they kind of notice, and maybe they kind of don't, because like there are some movies that take think about it. There's some movies that take 3 months to shoot, and the final running time is like 2 hours, and then there's some movies that you could shoot in like 30 days, where the runtime could be like 3 hours. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm sure it all gets blended together. The studio execs aren't always there.
Yeah.
The thing with Justice League was it was supposed to be he approved a 3-hour cut. It was going to be a 3-hour cut, and then once he had total freedom, he's like, "Fuck it, I'll just put everything in there, even stuff that wasn't supposed to be."
Okay.
Like the Joker telling Batman because if you watch Justice League, it's really a 3.5 hour movie, and then there's 30 minutes at the end where the Joker threatens to give Batman a blowjob, and you're like, oh, this is fucking great. This
Is that really what it is?
Yes, really, yeah, because they shot extra footage where it's the apocalypse, and the Joker is there threatening to make Batman come.
That's so funny. Like, that's a great interpretation of the Joker. It's like, what's the most twisted thing you can possibly be?
Yeah, the Joker is dressed up as a gay policeman. I'm not kidding. That's really in the movie.
Yeah, all the famous Joker archetypes: the gangster, the soldier, the homo,
the homo with a badge. He goes by many names.
I hate Jared Leto so much.
Yeah, Jared Leto's pretty bad.
Yeah,
in them, and Jared Leto, I'm also realizing, has never been good. I was rewatching old Jared Leto movies. He sucks in all of them.
Yeah, he's no good.
He's horrible.
Yeah.
I watched him in Lord of War. Oh my god, I've never seen somebody overact doing cocaine. It really sucked.
He's no good. He's like bad Johnny Depp.
Oh, and Johnny Depp is great.
Yeah. Where and that holds up because Johnny Depp was falsely accused of sexual crimes.
Right. Johnny Depp,
whereas Jared Leto has yet to be factually accused.
Jared Leto currently running a sex cult. And Jared Leto, that sex cult, they were so deep in each other's juices that apparently, like, he landed back on the mainland and he was like, what is COVID? He was like, what's going on? That article was fucking hilarious. They came back from their worshiping Jared Leto retreat and they found out the world was in a global pandemic.
Yeah, I was talking to my roommate about that because he said that he is a fan of Jared Leto, and he was like, "Oh, people just think that because like with 30 Seconds to Mars, like on their merch, it was always like a joke where it'd say like we're starting a cult or like this is a cult." And I'm like, dude, that's what you do when you're starting a cult is you ironically start a cult until everybody's in too deep.
Absolutely, it's 100% a cult, dude. I drove around. If you want to fucking know. And this is like a first-hand account. I've talked about this before. I drove around that chick who was the wife of that famous musician who was in a famous band. And I won't go into more detail than that. But she literally told me how Jared Leto would like have women delivered to him, sometimes against their will. And the way that he like pursued her was like, it was like past the point of even being like remotely okay. Like he was like entitled to her. He basically like wanted her in his house, massaging him, doing whatever he said. It's like, this is a megalomaniac. This is a guy who literally is, he's a psycho. He thinks that he's the second coming. He thinks he's these fucking characters that he becomes. He thinks that his band is the greatest. It's the shittiest band.
I mean, he was
I've
like
ever
mailing
heard.
people cum on set of Suicide
the Joker.
Squad.
Yeah, you don't need to do that.
And the thing is, like, it's crazy when someone gets this far along without getting Me Too'd and they're not even like good at what they do.
He straight up fucking sucks at
It's
acting
like Max
and
Landis,
singing.
where it's like, well, how did you even get that far? Because you've not created anything that anyone likes.
Yeah. Look, man, the Hollywood machine protects the one for there are certain people who are chosen and they're protected at all costs. It's really fucking weird. Yeah, I hate him. I don't understand people who like him. It's like he's a 45-year-old man singing about his feelings. Please stop.
Yeah.
Just grow up.
Or at least do it with a jangly acoustic guitar. Do not make pop punk about your feelings.
It's really weird. It's very weird to be 45 years old, single, writing songs that are primarily aimed at teenagers.
It's very strange.
It's just not. It's no good. That's cult behavior. That's cult behavior. That's textbook. That's textbook Charles Manson. But I don't know. What can I say? I guess he's a genius.
It is pretty sick that he was the worst of two concurrent Jokers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure that upsets him.
You know, he wants to be the Joker again really bad, and now apparently there's like talk about him being. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't care. I don't care for his Joker.
Me neither.
Watching him say that he was going to make Batman come was kind of sick, though. I'm not going to lie. I was just like in complete awe of my computer screen listening to that dialogue.
So sick. That's what they used the new footage for.
Yeah, it was insane. It was absolutely insane. Also, Ben Affleck.
Zack Snyder just being like, yeah, we'll just the last half hour of this movie that they gave me $80 million to make is just going to be a come down bit.
Well, the best part is Ben Affleck has lost so much weight in the new footage since he was Batman.
Uh-huh.
He looks good in the main movie, but the mask doesn't fit his face because he's lost so much. Because he's just, I guess, depressed about breaking up with Anya de Armas.
Uh-huh.
And so he's like, there's just there are these big empty spaces in the mouth hole where you can just like see into the back of the mask. It honestly looks like kids on YouTube making like a fan movie. But I love it.
Good God, yeah.
It's pretty great. Oh, they gave Superman a black suit. I was like, fuck yes, dude. This is twisted.
Mm-hmm. A black suit, you say?
A black suit.
Wow.
Black suit Superman. Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't watch the Oscars, but I heard they were shitty. I thought about going down and fucking like, I was like, I could walk to Union Station.
Jump up on a Rana fence and like rattle it.
Yeah.
Start throwing your shit through the bars.
Yeah, dude, just screeching.
Yeah.
Screeching at Brad Pitt and the entire cast of Minari. Or
Yeah.
whoever was there. I don't know.
Masturbating through a chain link fence.
I don't know.
Screaming at Brad Pitt.
Which is what is supposed to be happening at Union Station. This is the irregularity. No, I know Union Station. Union Station.
Why on earth a subway station?
Really fucking bizarre. It's like, why not just like rent out a small local theater, or better yet, don't have the Oscars. Just have people zoom in. Why would you disrupt public transportation in Los Angeles?
Yeah, disrupt public transportation to do something that is not safe to do, and continually fails year to year.
Yeah,
it's like not profitable, is it?
No, the ratings are horrible. I mean, why would anybody watch it? It's already a joke. Like the pomp and circumstance around the Academy is a joke. These people vote on movies they don't even watch. They admit that like most of the movies that are nominated, I think something like more than half the Academy either doesn't finish or doesn't watch to begin with. Mm-hmm. So they're just like vote, and now more than ever, it's just like a diversity checklist. But yeah, it sucks. It should end. It's stupid. If they were smart, they'd move it to Twitch, but they don't want to hurt like the integrity and the prestige of the Oscars. And I could not be happier to see it go. I didn't look at the ratings this morning, but apparently they're like historically bad. I wish I could have seen whoever's job it was to pry the dude out of the men's bathroom in Union Station who's living there, who's basically like insulated himself in the stall. He's got a boombox that he just like shoves down at his feet. There's like, he's basically like insulated the walls and like the creases in the door of the stall with like trash and posters and stuff. You can't get him out of there. I would love to see whose job it was to fucking make way for Brad Pitt.
It's just Michael.
Sir, please. Sir, please, we need you to go. We know you've been living here for 10 years.
Yeah. But we need to host a medically dangerous event.
Oh yeah, that guy definitely has.
Yeah, I know the case numbers are low and like the vaxes are out, but like it is very stupid to just like show on television something normal happening like that, where everyone's like sitting together at tables.
Well, they weren't. Is the thing
they weren't?
It's like it was like a very socially distanced and very like almost nobody attended. It was like a very small group. So they're still doing like the thing.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a couple hundred people, right? Still, and
yeah, but in all the footage, they're not like, it's not like people are like seated next to each other. They're all like spaced out. You know,
okay,
but I don't care, Brendan. Doesn't matter. Sure, everybody was vaxxed. Have you seen that people are not getting vaxxed anymore?
I assumed it would stop at some point.
Oh yeah, they're dropping off like crazy because people don't want that vax. They're worried about what it's going to do. mRNA, it's going to ruin your eggs.
Yeah, but as we covered in the bonus app, killer high.
It's an awesome high. It's the best drug I've ever done. It's a nice drug because it really hits you. You know, you don't know when it's going to hit you, so you just have this adrenaline rush of like, what's going to happen to me?
Mm-hmm. We're for sure getting it again.
Oh, I'm going to get it again.
Mm-hmm.
I've already signed up because I just got an email.
I've stolen a dead man's driver's license, and I'm going to get surgery to look like him so that I can get the vaccine again.
You don't have to do that. But yeah, I just got the email that I can get my vax, and I was like, they don't even know that I already got my fucking vax. So I'll probably go get it again.
Yeah.
You know. I think I am going to do one more stint in hospital jail.
Ooh.
Coming up.
For what? Do you know?
Some kind of something I blow into a thing and they see if my lungs work.
I would like to find that out about myself.
If your lungs work.
I bet they don't.
Yeah, it would be awesome if you're so unhealthy that they have to keep you in hospital jail.
Yeah.
Like
I go in and they never let me out.
And you're like, do I still get money? And they're like, no, we're actually taking money from you.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, you're in a retirement home.
Oh, that would be awful.
Yeah. It's like a retirement home where you just sign over your 401k to them.
And they're like, all right, well, now you get to have a roommate. Mm-hmm. I hope this was worth all your life savings. Yeah, dude, I was thinking about this time when I go in, I was thinking about doing what I said I would do on Matt and Shane, which is like just like hogging the community PS4, but just playing like Final Fantasy. So there's just like a line of dudes waiting to play NBA, just like circled around me, steaming, just like punching their knuckles, trying, you know.
That would be sick if you got like jumped in hospital jail. You got to turn hospital jail into regular jail. You got to go in, immediately join the Aryan Brotherhood.
Yeah. Yeah, I etch a swastika into my forehead. All the nurses are like, you're leaving in 9 days.
You're like, ah, oh, fuck.
Oh, damn.
I really got lost in the bit here. You're out in the yard lifting weights. They're like, did he bring weights?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm fucking trading Settlers of Catan cards for loose cigarettes. That's gonna be sick. No, but I really do. I want to just play I want to play Final Fantasy, just like with the volume all the way up, like 10 hours. Like I'm not taking my medicine until all the doctors and nurses just like turn a blind eye to whatever happens to me.
You get killed like Breaking Bad, where they just pour gasoline into your cell and light it.
They have me in a cell.
Yeah, I don't know. He requested a cell.
Well, that was like the first time I stayed there. At one point, they wouldn't tell us what happened. I think there were bed bugs. I think like something happened where there were bed bugs. But they moved us all into this, like, they moved us out of our rooms and, like, into closets, like, with no windows, like, one light for each of us. And they would not tell us how long until we were allowed to go back to our room. We were there for, like, 5 days. This is when I was there for a month.
Damn.
It was, I lost, like, all sense of time.
How much did you make over that month? I forget.
That was a little over 10K.
Okay.
So, like, not a bad, that was the month that turned my life around.
Yeah, I remember you came back and you had a different aura around you.
I was like, boys, I did it.
Uh-huh.
I might as well have like come back in like a top hat with a cane, just like, hello.
I'm pretty excited because I'm like when I moved to LA, I had money saved that like my sister kept in, like, this was money like that we got, like a distant relative died and we inherited like $3,000 when we were babies,
right? And
my dad like just invested it for us, so it was like, you know, wasn't anything crazy, but it was like a decent amount of money.
Sure.
When I moved here, and you know, my sister used it for like a down payment on a house because she kept investing it for like longer.
Oh no!
Where I was like, I guess I'm just gonna go spend this on Grubhub until I run out, and so that I can do open mics in Los Angeles.
Oh fuck!
It wasn't
like you lost a huge amount, but
no. But just by just by not buying anything and receiving unemployment, I've almost recouped it.
Hey, that's great, dude.
Yeah.
Because I didn't work this last week, I did. Because the whole thing is, they did extend my unemployment, but like I make too much, so like I don't get it. Because I didn't work this last week, I do get it. So I'm like, another little windfall for old Nikki. What will I buy with my government fund money?
Oh, you know what you should buy? is some great clothes from Under 5'10", our sponsor.
The clothes that I famously can't wear?
Yeah. Here's the thing. Under 5'10" makes excellent clothes for men under 5'10". If you're under 5'10", you've probably worn clothes that don't fit your whole life and you don't even know it. Or if you're over 5'10", you can look very strange, which many people would enjoy. Some nice belly shirt jackets.
Yeah. Yeah, look, maybe you're a classic 80s gay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you want to look sharp, but you don't want it to fit.
If you're a small man who wants to look excellent or a tall man who wants to look funny, we'll say. But yeah, their clothes are sick. It's been getting cold in LA again, so I highly recommend. They have an overshirt, which is it rules. It's kind of like a denim-y. It's not denim, but it's like that kind of weight. It's like a shirt that you wear, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. They got like a beige color that I really like, or I think they call it sand. They have a gray color, like an army color.
Nice.
It's great. It's like you wear it on top of a t-shirt. Suddenly, you're not a fucking slob.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I wear that. I love the joggers. They have all kinds of great stuff. They have new stuff coming out soon, so go to under510.com. And definitely get that stuff.
Yeah, it's
great.
You know, to this day, and we say this every week, I still can't wear these clothes, praying that one day I will be blessed with the gift of shortness.
We are going to get Nick crunched up.
I want to get crunched up. But until then, it's nice because I have actually been ordering the clothes because I realize that I can dress my cat in them and she'll look really sharp. She'll look like a little lesbian. So, yeah, you know, good clothes for your short friends, also good clothes for your animals if you're into that, if you want to post on Instagram. Your animal's wearing little pants.
Because, like, here's the thing. As a short man, you buy clothes and you have to get them tailored. But even, like, a tailor can't fix, like, everything. You know, like, a tailor can hem your pants, but, like, if you buy pants specifically for short men, everything's going to be scaled correctly. The pockets, the zippers, everything is just in proportion. Where, like, I used to have a joke, before they even sponsored us, I had a joke about how... let's see, very small. I'm a small man. I'm so small. I forget my stand-up.
Your joke was, I'm wearing prescription clothes.
Yeah,
right
my
now.
joke was I'm wearing prescription clothes, and that's what you can think of this as. It's clothes specifically prescribed for your body type. And the joke I would make is that because of these clothes, I look so proportional that I don't look small. I look like a normal guy who's very far away.
That's right. Well, I mean, really, I think, you know, even going on the prescription clothes thing, I think it's safe to say that under 5'10" are really the Blue Chew of clothes because they will make your dick much harder when you wear them.
That can't be.
No, if you put on, listen to me, I'm telling you the truth. If you put on under 5'10", you will not only notice more blood flow to your nether region, but you're going to get an increase in girth as well. These clothes will make your dick bigger and harder. They told me not to say it, but I have to tell my truth, Brandon.
Yeah. Well, what they told us was this is true, but legally we're not allowed to tell people because it would give us an unfair advantage over other small men's clothing
And
companies.
they would make tall people jealous, and there might be height riots if tall men found out that this technology only exists for short men.
Yeah, look, we all know that short men is going to be the next big social justice cause. I've been completely in vain trying to start this for years and years. And you're going to want to be dressed nice for the revolution.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to add 2 letters to LGBTQ. It's going to be LGBTQSU, which is for short and ugly. And that's going to be the next... Look, get them on the flag. All right? We need the awareness to go out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, by buying these clothes, you're basically an ally to everything good.
And what you were saying about looking ugly, I don't look ugly in these clothes. Because, like, these clothes, they look so good. Like, I have let myself go this year. I am the fattest I've ever been. I refuse to cut my hair, much to my girlfriend's chagrin. My beard is completely unkempt, like a bird's nest. It's disgusting. It smells. But I put on these clothes, and I look sharp.
He looks great. He looks great in the clothes. You can't even tell everything else is wrong.
It's absolutely true.
You know. So, yeah, and also I wasn't saying, let me clarify, I wasn't saying that you were short and ugly. I'm saying short and ugly are going to be the 2 new groups that we have to...
Okay.
Because think about it, those are people talk about, like, you know, like feeling othered or being othered. It's like, well, what if you're short and, you know, or ugly? It's like, those people always feel that way. There's no movement for them.
Yeah.
So, All right. Sorry. Not a sermon, just a thought.
Yeah.
When are they going to make clothes for ugly men? That's what I want to know. Which is just like a nice plaid sack for your face. That's what they should have.
Who's to say, really?
Who's to say? Well, maybe that'll be the next thing that we work on.
Yeah.
Maybe we're working on some side projects, and it'll be garments for ugly men.
Yeah. So go to under510.com, get some great clothes, look great, dress your small body,
dress it up, dude. Yeah, I realize there's no way that they could do like if the only garment for ugly men is like a sack or a hood. There's no way that you could do that because it would just look like the Klan went to Michael's Crafts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, truly, you could not do that.
You certainly couldn't do that.
Absolutely.
And we will not be doing that.
We will absolutely not be doing that.
I promise if I was thinking about doing it, I'll promise I'll stop. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. I'm still readjusting to life after.
Oh, by the way,
go ahead.
I just want to say, like you said, that we're working on some side projects. We literally are, so please subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah. There's cool stuff coming.
We recorded an episode yesterday that, honestly, I think there's a riff in there that it's one of the best things I've ever made in my entire life.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I was like, if I were to get into, like, if there were any piece of work that I would submit to get into heaven, it would be that. But I also realized it would just immediately send me to hell.
Yeah.
There would be absolutely nobody upstairs is going to like that riff. But it is the proudest thing.
Yeah.
One of the proudest moments of my life.
Mm-hmm. It is like our it's like Chris Rock looks back on Bring the Pain.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, that was it. That was me really. I was locked in.
Yeah. That was our Bring the Pain for sure.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't show that bit to Chris Rock either, honestly. I honestly don't know if we should show that bit to anybody but the Patreon subscribers.
Yeah.
So please subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, what we're trying to say is that on the Patreon we really wild out. So
yeah, that's where and especially now that we're back in person, feels nice.
If you want to hear us joke around in a way where we think that our fathers and girlfriends and the media and anybody who doesn't already like us isn't listening,
that's where you want to go.
That's where you want to go.
That's exactly where you want to go. Mm-hmm. Even though I think some of those people are definitely listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
To the Patreon. What can we say? Look, we got to be us.
Yeah. At this point, it's like, our loved ones listening to the Patreon. It's basically like when the cops have like a wire on criminals, but they can't prosecute too early because they want to wait for like something really big to come up.
Oh God, that is exactly what it's like. Yeah, there's so much dirt.
Yeah.
There's so much dirt on that Patreon. Mm-hmm. One day we'll nuke it all. But get in before we do that.
Yeah.
Get in before we spiral. Get in before we have kids and we have to scrub every instance of ourselves from the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But yeah, the money goes to cool shit too. Like we're about to start doing video again, thanks to you guys.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, that's going to be really fucking cool. Mm-hmm. Once we finally get the video episodes up and running, that'll be a blast.
Yeah. So you'll actually subscribe to our YouTube for a reason. Thank you very much, everybody subscribing to, I guess, listen to the audio on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, some people just use YouTube. It's crazy how many people like the internet. It's like Facebook syndrome, right? Where it's like the internet has never been easier. You've never had more choices, but people like if they can't find it on YouTube, it doesn't exist. Like they just won't.
Yeah.
And I'm like that too. Like if I can't find a song on YouTube, I'm like, I guess I'm never listening to that song again. Mm-hmm. You know, or like
it is crazy how much music like I used to have that I'll never be able to listen to again. You
don't even remember what you listened to. That was the curse of like having so much physical media is there's so much music through my life that I've loved that like once I sold it I was like, what did I used to enjoy? I couldn't. And then like sometimes it'll come up and I'll hear a song that I probably used to listen to all the time and I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that fucking part of my life entirely when I was really into, Spiritualized or whatever the fuck I was listening to.
I used to, like, in high school, I weirdly listened to, like, a lot of world music, which now if I could even remember what they were called, I will not be able to spell the name of the group or whatever.
Oh, I used to be really into world. I had this comp called the Street Musicians of I don't know how to pronounce. I think it's Yogi Karada. I can't actually say the name. I'm sure that's not right, but it was literally just like a dude who like went around with his cell phone and recorded like people, like banging on sticks in the streets of this Asian country. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he didn't even tell them he was recording them, and then they released it, on a compilation for $20.
Yeah, $20, which would change that man's life.
Absolute $20 American dollars.
Yeah, that would be God. That would be his. that would be his hospital jail.
Yes, dude. Yeah, I used to have this this compilation of like Indian funk music, but what it was like I remember the first track was like a cover of Kung Fu Fighting, completely in Tamil or whatever the language is, and just like off tempo, off key. It was the best music in the world. So awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved putting on world music. Just being a cultured little man as I invited women over to my parents' basement.
My friend, she was really into reggae, which, I assumed I was like, reggae, like Bob Marley? She's like, no. And like, she would play me this like stuff, and I'd be like, this is amazing. Like, where are they now? And the answer would be like, oh, they play in the lobby of a hotel in Jamaica and will for the rest of their lives. Yeah,
I remember there was a big thing in high school where me and a bunch of my friends all got really into dub. We got really into King Tubby. Did you ever listen to King Tubby?
No.
Oh, dub, like early dub, kind of like reggae, just like really like chilled out, like, like island. I want to say it's Jamaican. I might be totally wrong. Maybe it's somewhere similar to that. Don't call me racist. We would just like get high and listen to King Tubby in my friend's car. It was so good.
Yeah. Me and my one buddy in high school, we got really into, Township Jive?
No.
It's the South African style of music that Paul Simon was like
interesting.
Biting for Graceland.
Yeah.
And it's like sick. It's like very weird.
Damn. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got into a lot of like South African, like there was a South African punk band, National Wake, that they were kind of a punk band, and then they were kind of like a reggae band. It's just really, really good stuff.
There's a lot of that crossover.
There's so much of that dude. Look, even like it's so crazy. Like years later, to like listen to the Police and be like, "How did they get away with this?"
Yeah.
They're just doing reggae.
Well, I remember asking because like back when I used to hang out with like super PC punks, and I was like, "Why doesn't cultural appropriation apply to music?" Because to me, the argument I was making is like it's silly to care about this much. Like, look at music; it's like unavoidable. It's like, why is like fashion or like I don't know, like anything else that different? They were just like, well, that's unavoidable, or like that we don't. It was just like a mental block where it's like, well, we don't, that's not the same.
Yeah, and I don't want to cancel the thing that I like, dude. I'm still waiting for them to like cancel Taco Bell for like appropriating like the beautiful cuisine of the Mexican and Central American people, because I'm sure that's coming. You know what I mean? Just like, you've commodified tortillas. I don't know.
Yeah, are people? I feel like I've heard like I feel like I've seen like weird Twitter takes about like don't cook food that doesn't belong to you.
Don't cook soul food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I have seen that. That's easily the most insane. Right? Yeah. Out of all the things, because it's like, I mean, it's like people should probably be able to wear fucking hoop earrings. I don't really give a shit. Don't. You don't need to go blackface. That's okay. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, the cultural appropriation. Because look, if I can be somewhat measured, there's some credence to it in the sense that like black people or other cultures are the forerunners of a lot of art that then like white corporate America just takes and completely like they extract all the profits from, while you look at like all the original crop of like blues musicians who all like died selling their entire song catalog for like $50 to a fucking to a producer. You know what I mean? So it's like, sure, I get that, but whatever.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not like specifically saying like let me have dreadlocks or something, because I don't want that. But it's like,
I want you to have dreadlocks.
Let's all chill. Like this isn't that important.
I want you to have dreadlocks, Brendan. I want you to dread that beard. I want you to turn that beard into fucking.
Should I have like a pirate beard with like beads in it and shit?
Yeah, you should have a pirate beard with little ponytails and beads in it, dude.
It's long enough. I could put beads in this.
Put beads in it, Brendan. That's nobody's culture.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair as it grows longer. Probably cut it once it really upsets my girlfriend.
You should turn. You should turn your beard into like a little abacus, like with beads just hanging off of it. Like,
yeah, maybe.
Anytime somebody needs math done, you just do it on your beard.
I did. Sure, I'll plug this. Why not? Two of our listeners, I did their podcast, Bad Boy Crimes, and the one dude, he had a sick mullet.
Oh yeah. I know. Coach.
Coach
Robinson,
had a sick mullet, and I was just like, damn, I would love to have a mullet like that. And my girlfriend would leave me.
Oh, just grow a mullet. Just grow a mullet. You have to test.
The thing is, I just have to get rid of the parts that aren't a mullet.
Right, that's true.
Like a marble statue.
I can see it. The way your hair curls out, you have a nice mullet. And the mullet is coming back a little bit. Mm-hmm. The mullet's coming back in subtle ways.
Absolutely is.
Yeah, Brendan, you have to test. The only way to know how strong a relationship is by repeatedly testing the limits. You know, you got to repeatedly shake that wooden bridge that you're on, and make sure it's a good bridge. All right. If you fall and get eaten by alligators, well, that was always going to happen.
Yeah. You want to be like the rich guy in George of the Jungle.
That's right. A man, famously a man to emulate.
Yes. That movie is actually sick. We rewatched it recently.
George of the Jungle?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Holds up hard.
Every movie with Brendan Fraser holds up. Mm-hmm. He's the fucking man. Because isn't it? It's literally. Did Disney have the rights to Tarzan and George of the Jungle at the same time? I think they did. I think they own
probably
both those properties.
Yeah, they're both on. Well, I don't think. I mean, Tarzan is public domain.
Oh, is it? At this point? Yeah. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Is it public domain? I bet that it's not, because
it was books. It was books long time ago.
Yeah, but I feel like anything that maybe it is public domain, because I think there was a Warner Brothers Tarzan a couple years ago. I'd have to look it up. But no,
it has to be. I mean, that's what Disney always does. They just take public domain shit and then
they're like, actually, we own this now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but George, it's great. It's like slapstick Tarzan, right?
Yeah, and it's like it's meta in a way that I don't understand how that's for kids. It's like constantly playing with the fact that there's a narrator and the people speak to the camera and stuff.
Right? Isn't that the one with also it has the talking gorillas in it?
Yes. Yeah,
I remember that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was
John Cleese is a gorilla.
That's right. Right. Yeah, because there was a period of time where we just kept. I remember as a child being like, I don't want all this jungle shit. I don't get, because there was George of the Jungle, there was Jungle to Jungle with Tim Allen and that.
Isn't that Rob Schneider?
Is it? No, I think it's Tim. I might be wrong. Maybe it's Rob Schneider.
Maybe there's another movie with Rob Schneider where he's Rob Schneider is like a rainforest native or something.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I want to watch that though. That sounds awesome.
I remember almost nothing about this movie other than he shoots his own foot with a poison dart or something.
Rob Schneider's in this movie?
Is it Tim Allen? Damn, we are lamaring out right now.
I think Jungle to Jungle has Tim Allen in it.
Mm-hmm.
George of the Jungle, and then there's a George of the Jungle sequel that I can't remember if Brendan Fraser is in.
I believe he is.
Think he's in it. Then we got Tarzan. Tarzan was the big one. But yeah, there was just a period where it's where all the studios give these kids this jungle shit. I was like, I hate the jungle.
Yeah,
it looks hot.
It was also back in when PG movies were just wild, because the plot of George of the Jungle is we need to hunt the white ape, which is just a man that they're trying to kill with guns.
Oh, dude, PG. Well, they don't even make PG movies anymore. They barely make G. Pretty much all movies now are just rated R, basically. Mm-hmm. But PG movies used to walk such a fucking insane line.
Yeah.
It's truly, because I guess they were trying to get parents into the theater. But you rewatch any PG movie from the 90s, there are jokes in that you couldn't get in an R-rated movie today. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take me back to that, dude. Take me back to fucking clamshell VHS movies.
Yeah.
You know?
God, take me back. When every piece of media didn't have to like be checked by like 23-year-olds
Oh yeah.
to see if there's anything that can even possibly be interpreted by the most insane person as
Weird or
As
offensive.
weird.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's just test screenings now are just terrible.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for the new Master of None that Aziz is just not in it?
No, I saw somebody post it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not in it at all?
He's at least not in the trailer at all.
It would be maybe it's a bait and switch. I doubt it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It's weird that they wouldn't just make, like, isn't he the draw of that show?
Yeah, yeah.
That it's about him?
I mean, the character that they're focusing on instead is like good. I mean, I like that show, and the her centric episodes were good. But, I mean, like Aziz, he said like, I don't know if I'm going to do a season 3 of Master of None until I have something new to say about being single. It's like, buddy, I think you have something new to say about
You
being.
have a lot to say.
Yeah. Like, obviously, this is an insane idea, and they would never do it. But what I wanted was a season 3 of Master of None where it's not about Dev, it's about Aziz.
Right. Oh,
For him
wow.
to just Louis it, and it's about his life, like post.
Where
Me too.
we pull out and we like see like he transitions from the character to him like walking off set.
Because that'd be. I mean, it would be such a great intro of him. Like he's like, all right, like let's screen this. Like he puts this like really sensitive Me Too storyline up on Netflix and then checks his phone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm saying. Where he's like, "Oh no, damn, they're tweeting
Yeah.
about me." Yeah, I have to. I still haven't finished the first 2 seasons. I'm not a big Aziz fan, honestly. I'm mostly.
I don't like his stand up,
Yeah, that's what I'm mostly familiar with.
or I liked his stand up. I remember back when Pitchfork reviewed albums. I remember.
Comedy albums, yeah.
I listened to his because of that.
Yeah,
And
those reviews don't hold up at all. They gave Norm Macdonald's Me Doing Stand Up like a 6 out of 10, and I was like, "What? This might be the best stand up album ever." Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, well, people who really see themselves as cool don't understand comedy.
Yeah. I think they gave Hilarious like a 7.8, which like fair. It's a little long. I'll give him that. I remember I wanted to have an album reviewed on Pitchfork. I was like,
Yeah,
I would have made it.
yeah. And now I think the last person to have that was Brandon Wardell, and it was very negative.
Oh fuck, that's right. They gave him like a 5.
Yeah.
because didn't he release it like? I want to say it was during COVID, but I think it was actually pre-COVID. He like didn't. There was no audience. It was like an ASMR comedy album.
Yeah, I think it was pre-COVID, so there was absolutely no reason.
No excuse.
There was absolutely no reason to do it that way, other than having some self-awareness within you that the audience is not going to laugh
right.
like they should for a special. Which, good on him. I mean,
Sure.
none of the comics who are like hot right now have that awareness.
Right. Totally.
Or they just go up and bomb, and then Comedy Central adds laughs without telling them, probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, yeah. It's but it's funny. It's funny that was an album because like you would think that would just be like an 8-minute YouTube gag. You know what I mean? Like you release it on you do your jokes into like an 8D mic or whatever. Mm-hmm. I should listen to that.
That's a very interesting headspace to be in, where it's like I'm a big enough comic to do an album because of Twitter or something, but also I know this would be bad, so let me do it halfway where it's like you can't technically criticize it because I didn't try.
Yeah, totally.
And then also still getting slammed by like the only like cool like
Right,
outlet
yeah.
that would write about it.
yeah, the whole like the meta idea behind it, where it's like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be bad. It's weird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it would be like it's like being a comedian, just like releasing like an hour-long mukbang and being like, this is my comedy special. It's me telling jokes while I shove fish into my mouth. Mm-hmm. Which I actually, now that I'm saying it, I think that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, I did that before I even set foot on stage. I recorded an album of me. I thought I was being like meta, like I thought I was doing like a Neil Hamburger thing where it was like I thought that I had a half hour of material. I did not. I had 0 minutes of material, but I recorded myself in my room doing all of it, and then instead of adding laughs, I just added like ambient like train station sounds and like pool halls. I put it like the best of Brendan Crick, like 2005 to 2009 or something.
Well, that's pretty funny, actually.
It is kind of funny.
I recorded this. I hate to even talk about this. I might have talked about it before, but I recorded a 40-minute album at my local community college when I was like 17 or 18.
Uh-huh.
Now, I had no material at all.
Yeah. It's funny that you did it there, considering you never even went to class.
Oh, that was the most time I spent in the building. And I literally, this is right after I had started experimenting with psychedelics. I was having a lot of delusions of grandeur. And I decided to hold, I would say, 18 to 20 people hostage in a lecture hall. My buddy Keith set it up. All we had for what we had for a stage was we had a mic plugged into an amp. Like, it wasn't even a proper PA. It was like an amp that we were feeding a mic into. And I wasn't standing on a stage. I was standing on a literal soapbox. I was standing on a literal, just like tiny little square of wood. And I told jokes for a little bit of the time, but at some point it devolved into me like pacing back and forth on this little stage, just like lecturing this crowd that I begged to be there about like, you know, my notions about universal empathy and like the oneness of the universe.
Do you still have this?
Yes, I do, and nobody will ever hear it. Brendan, I have a video of this. I don't look up.
Now let me ask you, what number would the Patreon have to reach for you to release this?
We would have to be making $20,000 a month. You don't understand. Like, because with your rap album...
What about $5,000 a month?
No. With your rap, this is a hard no. With your rap album, it's like, it is genuinely a good piece of art. People listen to it and they're like, that's awesome, there's talent put into it. If I released this video, I think everybody in my life would stop talking to me.
But you're going to be so visibly young in it.
Brendan, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is literally like... I feel like it's such a revealing video that people will be like, we have to lock him up before any more darkness comes out. I mean, it's absolutely one of the most... I have a tough time talking about it.
Damn.
Watching it back, I'm just staring at my feet the whole time. Just like... Because also, I should mention, at this point in time, unironically, my favorite comedian was Bill Hicks. And I would say things like, I want to be the next Bill Hicks. I would say I want to pick up where his legacy left off.
All right. Well, we have a new $20,000 goal on the Patreon, people. You heard Nick agreed to it, and he can't back down now.
If we reach $20,000, I will release part of the album. Do you want to know what I called it?
What?
Oh man, give me a barf bag. I called it. Oh no, I called it Nick Oldershaw. Oh no, do something real.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
that sucks.
That
sucks
bad.
So bad,
dude. It's so fucking bad. It was so horrible.
Damn.
It is just literally distilled psychosis for, I think it's like 45 minutes long. And like it literally starts out...
It'd be like we should just put it on Amazon Prime for sale.
It was all the material that I had done. Like, so when I was 17 or 18... I had mainly been doing comedy at like a local coffee house open mic for like my high school friends in my last year of high school. And at that point, like my biggest influence, my biggest influence, quote unquote, I was just trying to write what I thought would be funny Zach Galifianakis jokes. So just like absolutely absurd bullshit.
Yeah, just not like,
Anti-comedy. Right.
Which is easier than real comedy. Zach Galifianakis, what Zach Galifianakis is doing is not easier.
Yeah.
Than real comedy. But, like, if you're bad at comedy, you can just be like, oh, it's not funny on purpose.
Right. Yeah, I'm doing a thing.
Yeah.
I'm recording my ASMR album. And so, like, and none of the jokes string together in a coherent way at all. I think at one point I do, like, a Christopher Walken impression. Like, there's a Walken impression in there. But But then once you get to like a little past the 30-minute point, I start talking about how we could have a cure for cancer tomorrow if it wasn't for big pharma. I start talking about like age-old hatred and where it comes from. And how if we just work together and put our differences aside, we could like traverse the cosmos and cure all disease and shit.
I'm picturing you so sweaty with dinner plate pupils.
Oh yeah, and I talk about how I've been started doing acid recently, and it's given me all the answers. I mean, I literally like I could not be more of a 17-year-old. Just like. And I'm also like the mic cord connected to the amp is so short that like
you're in college, so you had to be older than 17.
It was 18.
18 or 19.
I wasn't 19. I was 18.
Okay.
This was right towards the beginning of like because
I catch you. You're like, I mean, I was 14, so you can't hold this to me.
What can I say? I was 9. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, it would be insane if I just like held my my elementary school talent show hostage. Just 9 years old, high on meth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's basically what I did with sketch with my high school. Was that talent show where I wrote in. We had sketch comedy between all the talents, and my sketches were just like an unhinged man screaming that he like. We're going to forget what tigers are, everybody. Just like complete nonsense.
I mean, that's still pretty fucking funny. We're going to forget what tigers are.
Yeah. We're going to have such a great time tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So you shouldn't, honestly, if I could do anything in my life differently, it would be work a steady job until I was 25 and then start stand up, because you just, when you're 18 and the soft part of your skull still hasn't filled in like mine didn't, you're just it's too much of a liability to put yourself out there. And there, I mean, thankfully there's not a lot of recorded material of me, but the few pieces of recorded material that exist from like before I was 21, absolutely damning evidence.
Damn.
So,
man, I had I remember there was in like Lancaster, PA, there was this band called Testosteroso that like they were like all their music videos were horror movies. It sounded like 80s like video game rock. They were fun. I liked them.
Yeah.
And I had like mutual friends with them. So I wound up getting booked to do 20 minutes on one of their shows, which was in like a fire hall, but it was like pretty well attended, and it's like a professional PA and everything. And they were recording the show. So I went up and I did 20 minutes of stand up.
Oh my God.
And it was recorded and mixed professionally.
Oh my God.
And I deleted it in shame a couple years later, but I would pay any amount of money to have that again.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it might have been good?
No.
Oh.
That's why I want it.
Oh, you just want a reminder?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ashamed. For me, I get embarrassed of something bad I did like within the last 5 years, but that was 10 years ago.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
You were a kid.
Yeah, so I would love to have that. And I remember I put it up as an EP, and I called it Wolf Secrets.
Oh,
I don't remember what that was in reference
Wolf
to.
Secrets.
Yeah. All my jokes were like, it was something, all my jokes were things like, I'd be like, I was like, yeah, you guys like jerking off, huh? Yeah, we all love jerking off, except when the wolves are watching, right? I hate when those wolves watch me jerk off. You know?
Yeah.
From above the ceiling fan. Hmm? This guy knows what I'm talking about. So, like, I may as well have been on acid. I guess it was undiagnosed bipolar disorder of me slipping into mania.
Yeah, which is basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was one time. I remember like the hardest I ever made the audience laugh at Magoobies was like I was bombing and I couldn't remember how my next joke went, and I just like paused for a minute and I was like, what do you guys think of gender roles?
Oh, that's what I remember doing comedy like that for like I'm like, oh man, what's this stuff about pronouns? And it's for like an audience of truck drivers. They have no idea what I'm talking about.
Right. Well, I think they liked it because it was just it was. I mean, and I didn't have a follow up better than that. But it's just such a weird. It's weird to do observational comedy about a fucking abstract concept like that. For a while, I used to do this bit where I was like, where I get on stage and be like, "How do you guys feel about race? Are you for it? Are you against it?"
I had a bit kind of like that where I was like, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this economy. Am I against it? Am I for it?
Right.
Are you for or against the economy, sir? Yeah.
What's the deal with
Yeah.
society?
God, I wish I had a video of me doing that show in my cowboy boots and my skinny jeans and Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, I have photographic memory of that. I mean, I feel like to this day, I just like your Miguel A. Nunez joke, which just lives in my head.
Oh yeah, you've told me that it's good, and it absolutely isn't.
I think it's good.
Oh, fuck, how did that joke go? I was like, so I was sitting on a porch, and these people drove by, and I heard the passenger yelling at the driver, "Jesus Christ, would you stop talking about Joanna Man?"
No, I thought it was. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And then I spent like 8 minutes
It's a chunk.
just discussing different ways that they could have gotten there.
Right.
Like how's their And the final one was that it was Miguel A. Nunez in the car trying to just be a regular guy.
That's a funny joke. Yeah. Joanna Man rocks.
A movie I never even saw. I had never seen the movie.
It was all they played on Comedy Central. Mm-hmm. I have watched me some Joanna Man, dude.
But we have watched ourselves some Joanna Man.
We've watched some Joanna Man. Mm-hmm. I have to go because I have to go to work.
Yeah. All right. That is our show. The T-shirts are back in stock. You can go to the hardtimes.net store, and our T-shirts are up there. Please subscribe to our Patreon.
I think if you want to buy a shirt, I think I've still got it linked in our Instagram and Twitter too. Mm-hmm. So you can just find that link there.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. All right. See you guys.
See ya.